Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, and the tragedy, and the larger overall tragedy of the world. In this one, I've kind of figured we were going to end up somewhere completely different, but we're back on the 5th floor, and we are going to continue our investigation looking for, I guess, all the manga that's spread throughout. Oh, one thing real quick, since I've been doing a bit of running. Everything's good to go. Okay. Oh, no. I should let things happen anyway. Okay, so where to next? I think the only... Classroom 5B. Unless there's someone standing around? I don't think so, though. Doesn't look like it. No, no one's around here. I just wanted to check and make sure. You never know. So I guess in this one we might learn about the group known as the Ultimate Despair. Uh-oh. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I don't see him. What is going on? This is a rowdy group right here. So is there any more stickers in here? Because that's not one. Otherwise it wouldn't come up with his name. We'll start with... Wait. There's no book here. Alright, Fuyu. What have you learned? When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way. So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm going to deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either. I noticed that this one says despair, whereas all the others said a violin. So, alright, well, here we go. Why, hello, Hajime! I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here? Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating octopods. I don't know why I said it like that, but it felt fun. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling and your lame-ass similes. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me? Ooh. It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about Ultimate Despair. Huh? Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to the group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl? Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima? As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group. Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many former leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat? Then, what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had the purpose, right? There's no way they do that. There's no way they do what they did without any purpose. Yeah.
It was Junko Enoshima's despair.
Huh?
For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is so full of despair that she's truly hopeless.
I don't know where I'm going with this now.
Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. The idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs.
Oh, that's an interesting term. Huh. Because that makes me think back to Chapter 0. When Nagito had the female hand. Was it like actual limbs, I wonder?
All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And, to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is possible.
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy?
Final days?
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history.
Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide.
Mass suicide? All 2,357 students!
Oops. It wasn't all of them. One person was excluded.
One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me? Oh man. Hold on a second. Oh man. So, if this is kind of going the way I'm thinking it might go, oh man, if Hajime really, like, obeyed Junko's instructions until the end, that's pretty nuts as it is. But if he basically turned away from that at the moment of the mass suicide, that really that really got me nostalgic for Knights of the Old Republic 2. Really same situation with the protagonist in that game. I don't know, sorry, it's a tangent and an aside, but I just needed to mention it. I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima. Doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko Enoshima is already dead. Huh? The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullets. And the reserve department has been updated. Interesting. So, are we done then? I guess maybe we probably are, although I'll talk with people. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Hold on. Junko Enoshima is really dead? What? You didn't see? There is a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. Bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the Killing School Life? Well, that was in the Future Foundation file, yeah. Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yeah, that's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in end. As a result, 6 students who survived managed to escape from Academy. For a manga about Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, mastermind behind failed Killing School Life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima's dead. It turns out that Killing School Life was part of that whole Biggie's Most Awful or whatever incident. Junko took away memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories? That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up! But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the student she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by despair, she took her own life. Then, Junko is no more. You suspiciously don't have much to say. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who is dead. What? I don't like that line either. I don't like that line either. God, I hope I don't see Nagito again. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but I have this dreadful feeling that he's gonna come back. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? Well, whatever disciple she had left. If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Alright, thanks for an alternative take on what I just said. Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that Killing School Life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. Well, take a look around, buddy. We've lost pretty damn hard already. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere? Just like the surveillance cameras during the Killing School Life? Alright. Got that added to the... And that's been updated. Okay. Fair enough. You're still quiet.
Man, Hajime! You totally know about that story, huh?
What? Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I'll just raise the flag!
Flag? What do you mean, raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
One step at a time! You're getting closer to clearing my character route!
You're not making sense again.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise the flags like crazy!
Oh, God. I gotta talk to him again. It's starting to kill my voice. I need some narrative. How about you? What else you got? The killing school life is about how former students of Hope Speak Academy had their memories taken away and were forced to kill each other. Surveillance cameras throughout the academy were filming it and broadcasting it worldwide. Students of Hope Speak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope by forcing them to... Junko lost her life and took her own life. That's why she's no longer in this world. I mean, this is basically all the same thing. I don't really want to go through it all again just because there's a few changed words. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. It resembles the same situation. I'm assuming someone is imitating Junko. Oh. Imitating Junko, huh? Wasn't there... No, but that can't be right because he was imitating Byakuya. Oh, but at the same time, he could have also been imitating Nagito in Chapter 0. God, this is getting weird! Oh, it's like, God, it's like trying to hit a target that just keeps moving right out of your reach. Okay, so if Junko is already dead, and the rest of the Ultimate Despair is behind this, I mean, the killings were involved resemble School Live. Okay, so nothing too terribly different there. It's not even really interesting filler text. I don't know why I'm looking for stickers again. I know there aren't going to be any. Where do I stand? Are we good to go? You know what? We'll do this one, and we'll... Oh, do you want to hear about the Ultimate Despairs again? I don't know if this is going to be any different. I'll act like as if it is going to be different. No, I don't really need you to...
Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was originally a term used to describe Junko Onishima, the ultimate original despair.
He just started on his own.
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despairs. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
It's fine already, you don't have to keep explaining.
Huh? It's fine already? But I'm just getting to the good part.
Good part or not, I've already heard this from you before. Okay. I wasn't entirely sure, so I treated it as if it was going to segue into something else. Much like we just segued into the 4th floor and the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.